When Darth Vader and Obi-Wan finally had their rematch on the Death Star, almost 2 decades had passed since their first duel on Mustafar. Obi-Wan had long known Vader had survived Mustafar and was reliant on his suit and cybernetics to survive, a truth the Jedi Master learned only months after their first duel. But despite the significant time that had passed since their last encounter, Obi-Wan had very few words for his former apprentice. And even more interesting in my opinion, Obi-Wan didn't refer to him as Darth Vader, or Sith, or even Anakin. Obi-Wan simply called the Sith Lord Darth, referring to his former apprentice by his Sith honorific, a unique title within the lore. While we could focus on some of the out-of-universe reasons why Obi-Wan called Vader Darth in Episode 4, we'll solely look to the Legends lore that exists that provides the reason for Obi-Wan's use of the Darth title during his confrontation with Vader. There are 3 Legends novels that will help us answer this question, which are The Rise and Fall of Darth Vader, The Life and Legend of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Death Star. The interesting aspect here is that the unique use of the Darth title by Obi-Wan rather than the usual Vader is recognized within the lore even by Vader himself. When Obi-Wan called Vader Darth for the first time, explaining he was only a master of evil, Vader instantly took notice of it. Vader understood it wasn't likely Obi-Wan would address him by his former name of Anakin Skywalker, but Vader was far more prepared for that situation than simply Darth. Because it was so unusual for anyone to refer to him by his Sith title alone, Vader immediately thought that Obi-Wan was trying to confuse him, perhaps making a subtle jab towards him and his former existence as Anakin. But when Obi-Wan called Vader Darth a second time, letting his former apprentice know he couldn't win even if he struck him down, Vader realized what Obi-Wan was doing. In the eyes of the Sith Lord, Obi-Wan was taunting him, refusing to address Vader properly by only using the Sith title. And Vader was exactly right. Revealing this scene from Obi-Wan's perspective, The Life and Legend of Obi-Wan Kenobi demonstrates that the Jedi Master was using the Darth title to mock Vader, addressing Vader in a way that showed the Sith honorific was merely bestowed upon him, as if he was powerless to decide his own name. And Obi-Wan meant it as an insult exactly in the way Vader recognized it was. But Obi-Wan's choice to mock Vader in that moment by using only the Darth title wasn't the result of Obi-Wan showing his frustration or anger towards his former apprentice. Obi-Wan intended to insult Vader to try to catch the Sith Lord off guard, and to prey upon the dark side emotions that Vader allowed to guide him in the duel. And Obi-Wan had every reason to believe this tactic would work. 3 years after their first duel on Mustafar, Obi-Wan recognized the key factor in his victory was that Vader had been completely blinded by his fury and rage towards the end of the duel, which prompted the Sith Lord to make the foolish error that ended in Vader's defeat. Knowing the power of Vader, Obi-Wan attempted to prey upon Vader's rage in the same way during their second duel. In theory, this was a good idea, but in reality, Vader was prepared for Obi-Wan's insults and refused to allow himself to be rattled in the way the Jedi Master intended. As the Death Star novel shows, Vader would not allow himself to be influenced so easily to bring about the same errors he made on Mustafar. Although Vader clearly was not fond of the way Obi-Wan was addressing him, using Darth simply to taunt him, he nevertheless kept his patience and remained completely focused on winning the duel. But there was a clear reason why Obi-Wan called Vader Darth during their duel within the Legends lore. While there might have been some refusal by Obi-Wan to truly recognize what happened to his former apprentice, the Darth title was used to taunt and mock Vader to try to give Obi-Wan an advantage during their rematch, hoping he could catch Vader off guard to defeat him. So there we have it, the lore behind Obi-Wan's use of Darth when addressing Vader in Episode 4. Thank you very much to all of the Patreon members of Star Wars Reading Club, as your support is so greatly appreciated. You can find all of our social media links and a link to our Star Wars gaming channel in the description below for updates and even more Star Wars content. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for Darth.